Hi, I'm Susan, and today I'm adding to my Thankful Journal. Today's challenge is one of my favorites, the Sunday Funday challenge, and it's hosted by Janny and Dyanne of Deco Easy and Trish and Kay of Crafting Cousins. We get to make whatever we want to make. I will have all these ladies' channels listed in the description box down below, as well as the playlist. Be sure and check them out. You will not be disappointed. In my last video, I showed making this Thankful Journal. I'm going to use it in the month of November for each day to write down the things I'm thankful for. So now I just want to embellish it. So I'm going to make a collage board, and I'm going to just add a bunch of neutral tone things to it to begin with. I'm using old book pages and just different things, and I'm just gluing it down to the scrapbook paper. It's cardstock, and I bought it from Tuesday morning and didn't realize that I bought a pack of the same thing. So I'm trying to figure out ways to use up my paper. So I just keep adding big pieces of different things, and I like to ink up the edges. It just brings more character to it. Now I'm adding in some of my scrapbook paper, and I'm just adding different things in there and just making a collage. Doing a collage board is perfect for using up your scraps. Now my supervisor is really keeping a close eye on me. She had me add in those little turkey pictures, Thanksgiving pictures. So I started adding in different elements, and just to add more dimension and interest. I round the corners on some of the things, and I just keep rearranging them until I'm happy with what I see. Those of you who do not have supervisors may not realize how hard it is sometimes to work when they're keeping such a close eye on you. Now I'm adding in more elements. I'm using some of this leftover ribbon that I had, and I'm taking the wires out of it, and then I'm just gluing it down with Fabri-Tac. It's mixed media, basically, is what I'm doing. I'm adding in some coffee dyed lace that I made. Fabri-Tac is the best glue for gluing down material type elements. Now I'm adding in a little bit of washi tape, and you can add whatever you want to add. I did miss this. I don't think I recorded it, but I did miss it with some of the Tim Holtz spray. Now that everything's dried, I'm going to make my tags. And here comes a fun part, because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know where you're cutting from. I know I want one big tag, and I do have to go back through on some of those like the ribbon and stuff and finish cutting it with scissors. And I just trim it up into tags and different things like that. I will have journaling cards and belly bands and pockets made from this. Now I get to see what I've got. Now I've got different elements. You see how part of it, the picture may get cut in half, but that's okay. That makes it very interesting. And now I'm going to start decorating this. And I pull out different types of ephemera to use to decorate. And I'm going to start decorating my tags. So now I'm making tags for these, and I clip one corner and then lay it over on the other side so my sides will match. I punch a hole using my crocodile, and I add in an eyelet and add it into my tag. Now I'm just going to ink up the sides. Now I lay down different elements on top of my tag to decorate. I ink up this pumpkin. I got it at their place sittings. I think I got it Hobby Lobby. And it was a little shiny, so I just kind of ran the ink over it. And I just keep playing with my different ephemera to see what I want to add onto my tag. I really love the inking on the pictures and such. It just makes it look vintage. Once I'm happy with what I've got, I then go start gluing it down using fabric tack on the material type things, and then I use art glitter glue on the papery things. And I've got that ribbon at the bottom. I got it from BB Craft, and I love that ribbon, the little leaf ribbon. And now I just keep adding in my bits and pieces. I add a ribbon into the top of my tag, something that matches my picture. I've got the blue in that turkey picture. I feel like it may need just a little something else, so I just start finding things that I think will make it complete. Now I'm just taking a fine tip marker and I'm making faux stitches around. I was going to sew it. You can sew these tags, but I've got to figure out how to fix my bobbin case. Now I'm starting with this new piece of, this one's just going to be a journaling card, and I ink it as well, and I just start adding things. And if you don't like the busyness like I've got on this, you could stick on your board to more neutral type things, but I do like the color. I do like color, and I'm just adding in stuff, playing with it until something inside me says this is it. I'll let you watch for a little bit to see the things that I do. Being almost finished with this one, I decided to add a little rubbing buff on the edges of this one. Now it's another one complete. Now I'm going to start on this one. I love these vintage photos. A lot of this stuff I got off of Graphics Fairy. And I'm doing the same thing as before. I clip the sides of my tag and then just match it to the other side and clip it. I add in an eyelet, and then I just start building up my decor. And I glue down any pieces that may have come up from my original board. Now what I'm using to ink up my pictures is the Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I'm using Vintage Photo. When doing these cards and I add my elements, I kind of like them to touch or connect in some way. On this particular card, I kind of realized that it's going to be wider than my book, and the way I laid down my turkey, I didn't want to turn it on its side. I look at it, so I end up having to trim the sides of this one down, and that's fine. Now I'm going to start adding things to my journal, and I just keep playing with the different elements to see where I want to put them. I decide to add this card at the front, but I mess up. I should have made a pocket with it. I get happy when I'm gluing. Instead of gluing it all down, I should have glued it on 3 sides, but it still made a good tuck spot. Now I'm just going through and seeing where I want to put different things that I've got. I decide to put one of my tags into my envelope. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to tuck things in. See, I still can use it, but it would have been better as a pocket. So I just go through and keep playing with it until I figure out what I'm going to add. And as for these tags, so you can make Christmas tags like this. You can do Christmas paper collages and decorate them and have white paper on the bottom so that you can put your to and from there. There's so much you can do with these collage boards. I decided to make a belly band with this one, and I just cut it down so that it fits my page. But I almost messed up with the glue again and was going to glue the whole thing down. It wouldn't make much of a belly band if I glued it too much. But I go in and I wipe it off on the ends and then just add it into my book and then tuck in a card. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this turkey. I finally find a page I'm happy with putting it, and I just keep cutting it down till I get it the right size. I glue it on 3 sides and then add it into my book and make a pocket. Now I just go through and kind of look at it and decide where I'm going to put things. And I've got the pictures that I have left over that I pulled out, so I can add them into my journal as well. Well, as you watch me finish putting everything down, I want to thank Janny and Dyanne and Trish and Kay again for hosting this challenge. It was a lot of fun. Please be sure and check out their channels as well as the playlist. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about my journal. I'm really pleased with it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this time with me. Come see me again, and until next time, bye y'all.